Published 11/11 EDT, 27 September 2017. Updated 12/05 EDT, 27 September 2017. A former boxing champion tried to turf out a heavily pregnant tenant and beat up another when his scam to illegally let out his subsidized social housing was rumbled, a court heard today. Anthony Small, 36, and his wife Miriam Malik, 25, are accused of abusing the system by charging £800 to £900 a month to let out two housing association properties in South London last year. But when the housing association was alerted to the illegal subletting, the couple are said to have harassed and intimidated the occupiers into leaving. Anthony Small left, 36, and his wife Miriam Malik Wright, 25, are said to have harassed and intimidated the occupiers of the housing association properties to leave. One was heavily pregnant due to give birth to a child with a heart defect, jurors at Woolwich Crown Court in southeast London heard. The scam was uncovered when Malik arranged for a housing association engineer to attend one of the properties to fix a faulty boiler, the court heard. The engineer quickly established the tenant had no idea the property was owned by a housing association and reported it to his bosses, it was claimed. Small, a former light middleweight British and Commonwealth champion, is accused of assaulting tenant Dimitar Nemov in a row over one of the properties. Small, pictured in London in January 2008 as a former light middleweight British and Commonwealth champion Leslie Bates, prosecuting, told the court this case is about two people, a couple in a relationship, married for all intents and purposes, who have attempted to take advantage of a system that provides housing to those who need it. It is about two people who have started to undermine the system by renting out properties that they have been allocated in order to obtain cash to line their own pockets. Miss Malik and Anthony Small each represented at various times that the housing association property they had been allocated could legitimately be rented on the private market for £800 to £900. Neither sought permission to do so. Neither rented nor remained in the property while they rented it out. Neither did they tell their subletters that the rental was a housing association property. They believed that they were renting on the private market. She added when they were caught out in August 2016, rather than hold their hands up, they together attempted to force out two of their subtenants. This was at a time when one was pregnant and due to give birth to a child with a heart defect. All of their actions were designed to cause them to leave. When spoken to by the police, neither of them were prepared to answer any questions. Miss Malik said nothing at all, and Mr. Small denied knowing anything about arrangements. Small and Malik, pictured, are accused of abusing the system by charging up to £900 a month to let out housing association homes. She denied that he had carried out any actions or behaved in any way to cause them to move out. That, in a nutshell, is what this case is all about. Ms. Bates said that the charge of assault against Small related to an argument with his tenant Mr. Nemov. She said there was an argument between Mr. Nemov and Mr. Small on November 18 about the occupation of that property. During the course of that argument, the Crown say Mr. Small assaulted Mr. Nemov. Ms. Bates later added this is how the secret was revealed. Elizabeth Kovacs contacted Miss Malik saying that the boiler was making strange noises and they needed someone to look at it. On August 15, Stephen Jeeves attended. Miss Kovacs was confused by his arrival. Mr. Jeeves said to her, "Have Hexagon Housing not told you that I was coming?" She said no. She said, "My landlady has been sorting it out." He said, "Are you not the landlady?" To which she said no. He asked her if she paid directly, and she paid directly, and she said yes. He went back to Hexagon and told them he believed the property was being sublet. The secret was then out of the bag, and it became a problem for Mr. Small and Ms. Malik. Small, who appeared in court wearing jeans and a black jumper, is charged with 2 counts of fraud, 2 counts of unlawfully subletting, 2 counts of unlawful harassment of an occupier, and 1 count of assault by beating. Malik is charged with 1 count of fraud, 1 count of unlawfully subletting, and 2 counts of unlawful harassment of an occupier. Small, of Camberwell Green, South London, and Malik, of Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, deny the charges. The trial, scheduled to last for 5 days, continues. Last year, Small, who converted to Islam aged 24, appeared in a BBC TV documentary about British Muslims called Muslims Like Us. Sorry, we are not currently accepting comments on this article.